Where do I even start? Last time you saw me, I was at the base of Mount Fuji, completely unplugged, no noise, no deadlines. Then I made a decision that surprised even me. I flew back to the United States, saw my mom, reconnected, took it all in. I'm about to see one of my best friends in the whole world. Oh my God. Yes, and it was good. But something was off. I kept craving the chaos of the city, my desk, the community I'd built in Tokyo. That's when I realized I wasn't just missing a place, I was missing the life I'd chosen. So I came back to Japan, and honestly, I don't take a single day of this for granted. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. Good morning, man. Welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. For those of you guys that don't know who I am, I'm Yuya James Kato. I was born in Hawaii. I went to college to play football, but then got hurt. And I got an opportunity out here in Japan to play professional football. And for the last 6 years, I've been playing football. But in that time, I found an opportunity of multiple businesses to grow out here. I had multiple businesses in the United States that did pretty well, right? But I used everything that I've learned there and brought it here to Japan, and it literally 10x. And I'm not saying it was easier. What I've learned from great mentors and great businesses and great partners that I had in the United States, I was able to just apply it without having to think. You know, I didn't come up with new ideas here. I just brought concepts and things that actually worked in the West and the United States and just applied it here with my personality. Like, you know, I want to get this thing straight. It's not everyone can just come here and just expect to have a successful business. I have an advantage. I'm Japanese, you know. I can't speak the language well, but I have a good team of people who can translate and everything like that, you know. And also what helps too is that I'm born and raised in Hawaii. Japanese people love Hawaii. In Japan, what seems like, you know, a very traditional country, it still is. It's very traditional, but that's why someone with unconventional thoughts and businesses can come here and flourish, because there's no competition doing that. And that's kind of what I did. I don't really dive deep into the business, and I'll explain everything else on this vlog about all the things that I'm doing, and then you guys will get a better idea of it and everything like that. It won't be on this channel, it might be on a different channel or something, but so just stay tuned for this vlog because I'm very excited about how all of this will turn out. And at the end of the day, like, this is more of a journal for me. Like, nothing is scripted. I just literally come and film and just talk. So if everything feels organized, that's how my mind is. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. And like, you're getting raw version of me. I'm not scripting. I'm not planning any of these vlogs. I'm just literally just like, hey, I'm gonna record right now and let's see what I can talk about. And that's just how it is. I mean, and I feel like that's the best version, honestly. All these ChatGPT scripts and everything like that, I can see right through that already. You know what I mean? I'd rather just talk about my experience, and I want you to hear my conviction. So hopefully in this vlog you understand that my mind is chaotic, but also at the same time I'm being real. Hopefully you can hear my conviction in my voice. The one thing about being jet lagged and I guess like adjusting to this new time zone from Las Vegas to here is that I wake up early now. Like, I've usually always waked up past 9 a.m. because I would always sleep around like 1 or 2. But now, like, I'm getting to bed around like 10, and even if I get to bed around 11 too, like I'm always waking up around 6 or 7. I've been kind of like happy of kind of like my morning routine, you know? I've always been afraid of mornings because my whole life from high school all the way through college, it was 4:45 waking up, 5 a.m. waking up, and having to go to school or having to go to football practice and stuff. And it kind of left a scar on me, and it brought a lot of fear, and it just didn't sit right with me. I hated waking up early, you know? And part of that is like ever since like 2019 when I started to really hone in onto my own business and do the stuff, I, you know, felt better when I slept in, you know, and my days were better. And that's why like my most productive times throughout the day is from 11 a.m. to like 3 p.m. And like I get so much stuff done, and I think that's when the sun is out too. So I love to be outside, I love to walk, you know, and I love the summertime when it's like 100 degrees and I'm just sweating. That's when my best ideas come, you know. So enough of that. But every single morning what I usually do is I fill up my AquaTrue. So it's basically this machine. What it is like a reverse osmosis machine. You can't really buy it from Japan, so I had to bring it from the United States, but it is very important for me, you know. The only thing is that I always have to fill it up because I usually drink this whole thing pretty easily throughout the day. If you can see, I fill it up with this. I actually think it's an interesting kind of machine, but like, it has all the, you know, what do you call this, the purifiers over here, and essentially it just does its own thing. What I would do is I'll get a cup, I'll drink probably 3 or 4 of these in the morning, and then as soon as I wake up, I got my Baja Mineral Sea Salt. Then I have my Trace Minerals as well too. And I combine those and I drink that. I get my salt, pinch of salt, and then literally. Yeah, currently right now, I'm trying to set up like a desk setup where, you know, I'm trying to create a new channel to kind of discuss more. It's kind of like a yapping channel, right? Where I talk briefly, not briefly, but more in detail about like the businesses I'm doing, like, you know, the mindset that I have, why I really believe Japan is, because it's so hard to put all of that business term in like a YouTube vlog, right? Like I created that channel more so to document my life. It's not like a business page, right? It's not a business type of YouTube channel. So now that a lot of people do ask and they're saying that they watch me because they want to learn more about business and what I actually do in a deeper sense, that's why I'm going to create a new channel that talks more so about the deeper business side. You know, like I'll go into details exactly with numbers, what I'm actually doing, why Japan is a true gold mine and everything like that. So I'm just trying to set up a nice background, but the problem is that like I have this huge Pilates reformer, you know, that's kind of in the way, but I'm trying to get like a background where at night, get like blackout curtains over here, some orange blue lights in the background, and then, you know, I need to get a shelf. This is my temporary shelf for now, but then, you know, having something like that, and I think I can do a bunch of talking heads. I just love to yap and talk, so this is like honestly perfect for me, and I just need to create like a scene that will be kind of like a vibe, right? And I already have a setup. I got a beautiful desk from Kofo. One of the people, the CEO of that company, really loved what I was doing at the Japan communities and stuff, and decided to send me $1,000 table, $1,000 like a super expensive chair. So like, you know, I want to put this to good use now and kind of go back into like documenting, where you'll probably get a view like this where, you know, you get some B-roll shots of me doing this, you know, or a talking head where I'm like talking to a client. I'll have like a B-roll and I'll talk about it. But on the yapping channel, it'll probably be more of an angle like this. Obviously the lighting will be better because I have a huge softbox light, and then, you know, I'll talk more of a yapping sense from there. But yeah, I'm excited to be able to document kind of this, but also show you guys more deeper into exactly what I'm doing with my businesses. You know, like it could be a long video, it could be a 20-minute, 30-minute video that just talks more about business, and I feel like you will find a lot of value in what I have to say, and I want to be able to share everything. You know, I've been keeping everything a mystery, and that's my fault, so I apologize, but I'm looking forward to being able to create this and share this with you guys. So I'm excited. Hope you guys are too. 2026 is the year that I'm trying to really scale all my businesses, because in 2025, like I mentioned in my other vlogs, I made less money, but I set the foundation up for everything. And I think a lot of you guys are kind of confused exactly what I do, but essentially right now, you've heard the term operators, right? So essentially in America, a lot of the biggest brands, the biggest creators, the biggest athletes, the biggest stars, right? They all have an agent or an operator behind them, you know? And I didn't really realize what that term meant. I thought, oh, it was just, you know, a manager or an agent. But then I started to understand what true operations was, right? When I created my business in the United States, I learned and I was able to help scale that business and then make a good amount from that. And then use the skills from the network and the masterminds and the mentorships that I've bought in the United States and then put it here in Japan. I've realized that a lot of the things in business were very traditional. So I decided to go a non-traditional route. There is a huge open gap and space for teaching people how to be an operator, right? There's a lot of creators, there's a lot of professional athletes, there's a lot of stars here, but they don't really have the right management underneath. And the reason why I say that is that I'm connected with a few high-level Japanese stars, and I've kind of heard them talk about their creative direction team, their management team. All of these things are so traditional and old school that it just sucks for them. And some of these stars are still young, you know? Some of them play in professional leagues in the United States and they're killing it and they're stars. I think their frustrations kind of just boil up simply because their creative direction team or all these management teams, their operation teams, they just don't know exactly the new trends or the new vibe that, you know, this world really likes, you know? Me being still young, I understand that. And for that reason, like, I just knew that, like, you know, yes, I can work with high-level athletes, high-level stars and stuff. And that's the reason why I'm trying to grow my personal brand out here, to put myself as a figure of authority in this space and then help creators, help professional bodybuilders, professional athletes, you know, celebrities, stars, actors, and actresses create their supplement brands, create their apparel brands, you know, create, you know, an online program, all these different things. Like, I want to be the guy that helps, you know, do that. And then I get to build all these amazing relationships with people and stuff, and still be able to document my personal brand as well too. So that's kind of like the big thing that I'm trying to do here, and that's the reason why like I've created an ecosystem through run clubs, through community and everything, because basically my goal is to train people in the community so they can help work for me, you know. And everyone that has worked for me basically first went into my community and then eventually, you know, showed their worth and then became a employee or became a partner or became a team member of mine. And that's kind of what we do. But now I just feel like 2026 and 2025 I've really built the foundation. I just feel like there's a flow of things and I'm just so excited. Like every day I wake up just so excited. Like I just want to do more. Like I'm learning more things. I'm researching more deeper things. I'm going out more, meeting more people, you know, and I'm just expanding my network. But also at the same time, as you know, that like I'm trying to train for this Hyrox. I'm trying to train for this football season and everything, you know. And for me, it's first place or nothing. Like I just don't see a point in second, third, or whatever, or participating. Like I'm just so competitive with myself, you know, that I believe in myself so much that I just want to prove to myself that I can do this, you know. And I just hate running long distance, but you know, at the moment I have to put that mile work in, and I mean, it is what it is, you know. Like I don't have a PCL, my MCL is still torn, and my ACL still is a grade 2 and hasn't healed properly too. So man, like the body is aching, and this is not an excuse to kind of make you feel like, oh wow, you're so tough and stuff like that. But I just want you to know, like I'm still doing this and still managing a business and then doing everything. And I just want you guys to just be inspired that like, just push yourself, man. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations and put yourself in situations where it freaking scares you, because fear is good. It's directing you towards a life that where you should be heading, right? So just take that. I'm gonna start my morning now, and I gotta go run honestly in the next few hours. So I'll see you guys soon. Yeah. So sometimes I work at like standing on the kitchen table. I don't like sitting down and working all day either too. So currently right now I'm actually uploading that what you see right here onto Frame, which a application where I can have my editing team, my creative direction team, and all of us come together and we just put my footage and we can get feedback with each other from there. So it's currently what I'm doing. And then after that, like I'm kind of getting hungry. All natural grass-fed meatballs, fresh pack of eggs. I can't even pronounce this. Parmigiano Reggiano, you know. Let me eat some of these cheese over here. It smells amazing. It smells very cheesy though. Breakfast is served, baby. I'm gonna keep it high fat, but I think I'm probably gonna need carbs. But right now I just don't feel like consuming carbs, so I'm just gonna have it high fat. That's a big boy. For my supplements, I get my beef organs from Heart and Soil, Paul Saladini's brand. I really respect him, so I get that. I take 6 of these. From Seed, I take basically probiotics. Honestly, my friend got me on this thing, man. This thing is dangerous. It's creatine, but the gummies, but it tastes so good. So I've been eating a lot of this. Honestly, that's pretty much it. I don't take anything else. Like, I don't take vitamins or anything like that. But yeah, pretty simple. Just that. Majority of my fat come in the morning and throughout lunch, and then dinner mostly be surrounded through my workouts, or I'll be eating tailored to my workout, so I'll be eating a lot more carbs. And yeah, this should hold me up till like, you know, 1 to 2 p.m. and then essentially that's when I'm gonna be pushing my workouts today. Today is basically plyos and sprints in the beginning. Not too much sprints, right? I'm gonna do some like depth jumps, squat jumps, max vertical attempts, you know, and then I have some sprint accelerations, 20 to 30 meters. And after that, which this is not something that I really recommend, but I'm just trying to see how it works. But then I have the endurance phase right after that, right? I have a 15-minute warm up. I'm trying to build to that interval pace, and that interval pace is 4 sets of 2-minute tempos, right? And it's probably the effort is right around the 8.5 to 9 out of 10 effort. And then in between each set, I have a 4-minute easy jog, and then I have a 15-minute cool down, and then I'm done. But yeah, regardless of that, I gotta get food in, and then yeah, this is my time to kind of just enjoy YouTube and stuff. You know, this is like my time to, like, you know how some people watch Netflix? This is my like Netflix time, eating and watching something.
coming out of HMO K repeats.
So essentially right now I'm working on some sprints, but this is the easier part, right? We have 6 sprints, and then after that I have my interval training. So 4 sets of 2-minute at a 9 out of 10 RPE. So we're pushing it. It's almost like an 800-meter pace. So essentially for me, I hate long distance, right? All my life was really in sports that required short distance, short burst. And for me, all my weight packs into my legs. So I have fat legs, all my fat goes there. So when I run longer distance, it's more weight that I feel like I have to pick up, So for me, anything above a 400 meter is just pain. But the thing is, I live by this quote now that said, become friends with pain and you'll never be lonely again. So essentially, like, things in my life, especially this year, I decided to attack my weakness. My weakness is endurance stuff, endurance sports. I feel like it tests your mentality, your mental strength, and your fortitude so much that I want to step into that, right? Because I truly, firmly believe that you're either growing or you're dying. There's no in between. And for me, I choose growth, and I feel like even when I'm in this pain, that concept of become friends with pain and you never be lonely again, it allows me, when my body, lactic acid is building up, when my legs are getting heavy, when I'm running the tempo runs, the intervals, it's easy just to stop, since no one's pushing me. I'm not on a contract, no one's telling me to do this. But it's that battle between you and you, And I feel like if I'm seeking to grow every single day, I can't let that bitch voice or that weak voice tell me to quit, And I know it sounds corny, but introduce pain in your life. Because when you go through pain, you have to tap down into something so deep and so eternal that only you have the answers to that. No motivational speaker, no one can invite you to be like, let's go, build strength, let's go through this. It's only you. So for me, in my life right now, I have success in all these things, but I choose to do this, in a busy schedule, because I know that it's only gonna lead to growth, and not just in my running, but my relationships, my businesses, So I just challenge you guys to do something that puts you in pain. Remember, become friends with pain and you'll never be lonely again. The hard thing is that I sprinted right before this too, so combining fast twitch with this endurance training, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I just want to try it. I have football season coming up. I also want to try to compete in High Rocks and get sub 60. The station part, I know I can handle. It's just the running, that's gonna kill me. So that's why I'm really trying to hone in and double down on this. For me, it's like, I just know that if I can accomplish playing a football game and then weeks later compete at High Rocks and get sub 60, I just feel like I proved to myself that, I pushed myself to the limit. All it is for me is for my body to be able to adapt to these type of conditions. I know I can get that pretty quickly. Like I said, who knows? After I accomplish this, marathon's next, and maybe triathlon. As much as I loved the traveling before, I feel like it does take a toll on me mentally now, just going back and forth, the time zones, and especially I'm trying to really hone in on my training now with football season coming up and me trying to prepare for this big project that I'm personally doing for fitness as well too. So my body's definitely taking a hit, right? The jet lag and all of that. And still I'm trying to operate, businesses, and I'm trying to do a lot of big things this year too, with a lot of partnerships that I want to start, mentioning to you guys as well. But it just feels good to be back here in Tokyo. I feel aligned, spiritually aligned, mentally aligned, and also physically aligned. I have my routine back. I just love being here. I love this city. So yeah, as you know that I'm creating a new channel, right? More of like a yapping channel, but I want to dive deeper into more of like the behind the scenes of how I'm thinking, how I'm operating all these businesses, what I'm exactly doing, so you guys understand, right? These vlogs don't give me the ability to be able to explain everything, right? Because a lot of the things that I'm doing, it may be simple to some people, but there's a deeper nuance to it, you know, and I want to be able to fully explain it so you guys really understand the advantage points, or not the vantage points, but my viewpoints and how I operate in those kind of businesses. So I'm very excited to be able to launch that YouTube channel so you guys can really just hear more deeper and understand me more. Because at the end of the day, like, this is also a journal for me, but I want you guys to really fully understand who I am, you know? I don't want to hide anything. I want to just share everything that I have, you know? And I really do feel like the information is free. I want to give you all the information that I know at the end of the day. And I hope that you can apply it, you feel inspired or motivated by it, right? And the last thing regarding that, you know, information as well too, like, I'm very passionate in helping entrepreneurs out here, and that's why, like, I'm really starting to think about in March hosting a free, you know, workshop every single Saturday to entrepreneurs that already have businesses. Ultimately, I want to target professional athletes here, you know, and that's been my big goal. I wouldn't say an agency, but, you know, I'm diving more into the operation roles of being behind the scenes of creators and athletes right now. I want to take it to the next level, right? I'm inspired by like Mav Carter, right? How he's helped LeBron James, you know, Rich Paul, you know, and a lot of the other big agencies as well too. So like for me, athletes here are very underpaid and they don't know what to do in their life after. And I'm currently playing, you know, a sport as well too, and I'm also training for something big as well. So I understand the difficulties of being able to manage your sports and then financially thinking about what you're going to do after sports as well too, because sports is temporary, you know, and you have a life to live after. So I want to give these people the opportunity and the guidance as well. So very excited. There's a lot of things happening and I can't wait to share it with you guys all, and I hope you guys start enjoying this. And I'll be back with another vlog, and March is gonna be a special month. There's gonna be a lot of things happening and I can't wait to share with you guys. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a good one and take care. I'll see you guys next week on the vlog.